Minecraft Bedwars is arguably one of the most popular game modes created, but what many of you may not know is that it has a history leading back to 2012, and today we're going to explore the history and analyze the rise in popularity of Bedwars. Bedwars started out as a map made by Exumavoid named Rush, released on the 6th of December 2012. Exumavoid currently has 1 million subscribers and is the admin of Hermitcraft. The concept was really simple. Collect bricks, trade them for resources with the villagers, and bridge across the sky to destroy the other team's beds. Once your bed is destroyed, you will no longer respawn, and the last team standing wins the game. The map gained attention from many popular YouTubers such as AntVenom, Vicstar123, NoahCraft for the Win, and Caveman Films, who played the map together and featured it under their videos. However, this map could only be played on private servers or locally, and everything was still made out of redstone. The massive boom in Bedwars' popularity was not until servers created their own version with plugins. GourmetHD was the first official Bedwars server, and it was a German server owned by the YouTuber GourmetHD, and he promoted the server with his channel. This was the first site of Bedwars that we are all familiar with today. GourmetHD released his first Bedwars video on the 20th of June 2014. This version of Bedwars is still basically Rush, but without the redstone, and some of the maps contain mid-islands. They also added support for multiple teams, but GourmetHD was not popular with the American player base, and was largely restricted to European players. This version of Bedwars was much more difficult due to the islands being quite far apart and there being less items to purchase than what we're familiar with today. On January 16, 2017, CubeCraft released their version of Bedwars, named Egg Wars. This game mode was Bedwars but with dragon eggs instead of beds. Egg Wars also brought along quite a few upgrades to the UI and also adding diamond generators and emerald generators. Egg Wars played a huge part in gaining Bedwars' popularity, as most players eventually migrated from Egg Wars to Bedwars. CubeCraft's Egg Wars could simply not match Hypixel's Bedwars, and eventually most Egg Wars players migrated to Hypixel. Mineplex also released its version of Bedwars named Cake Wars. This version of Bedwars used cakes instead of beds, as the name may suggest, but also featured kits which gave you various abilities. The free default kit named Builder provided you with one wool block every 30 seconds and a full set of leather armor. There was a total of 4 kits featured in Mineplex's Cake Wars, but I believe this contributed to the lack of popularity in Mineplex's Cake Wars due to these kits giving advantages to players who did not have such a powerful kit such as Warrior, which gave players 3 extra hearts with every kill. These days, Cake Wars has a minuscule player base compared to what it used to have, and I found players quit the game within seconds of the game starting, making the game mode quite unenjoyable. Finally, it's time to talk about the elephant in the room, Hypixel. Hypixel released its Bedwars on January 19th, 2017, when Minecraft's popularity was arguably at its lowest. It was featured on Hypixel's prototype lobby, and within weeks the minigame reached over 4,000 concurrent players, and as of the end of 2017, they reached 18,000 concurrent players. Back then, the only map they featured was Pernicious, but it has since received over 34 maps for solo and doubles, and over 31 3/14 maps. Hypixel released the full release of Bedwars on June 29th, 2017, and with this update they changed many game mechanics and reduced the cost of many items in the villager store. This update also came with a leaderboard, which allowed players to keep track of their stats, and overall contributed to creating the competitive landscape we have today. Hypixel kept the game mode consistently updated and kept it fresh for the players. I believe YouTubers such as Technoblade, iBallisticSquid, and DanTDM played a big role in popularizing the server by switching from game modes such as Skywars to Bedwars. Many YouTubers played a massive part in contributing to the popularity of Bedwars, but Technoblade had arguably the most influence on Bedwars. Technoblade created his first Bedwars video on 30th of January 2017. The video has since gained over 2 million views. In this video, he collaborated with 15 other YouTubers, and this was only the beginning of his success. His next Bedwars video, named Bedwars is a Difficult Game, was released a month and a half later, which has now gained over 8 million views. His channel continued to grow, gaining over 75,000 subscribers in the month of July 2017. He set multiple world records on Bedwars, setting his first record of a 1,000 win streak on October 15, 2017. The video has since gained over 10 million views, but he didn't stop there. He continued his win streak to 1,500 wins, setting another world record, and then to 1,800 before losing his streak at 1,818 wins. Technoblade and his friend DPhone, who was alongside with him setting these records, mentioned they started getting bored around 1,500 wins but kept pushing through for the viewers, and their goal was 2,000 wins, but sadly they ended their streak at 1,818 wins by committing suicide into the void and ending their win streak. I think it's safe to say this man is simply a god at Bedwars. iBallistic Squid created many successful Bedwars videos and created various challenge videos such as the knockback stick challenge and no center challenge, to name a few. His Bedwars videos commonly featured his friend Ash Dub, whose channel has since been deleted for unknown reasons. DanTDM also featured Bedwars on his channel. His first Bedwars video came out on the 4th of February 2017, named My First Minecraft Bedwars, and has now gained over 5.7 million views. He created 5 Bedwars videos in total, with all gaining over 4 million views each. I think it's safe to say these YouTubers played a massive role in gaining Bedwars the reputation it has today, and Bedwars will most likely always reign supreme with the enormous player base that Hypixel's Bedwars has today. Anyways, I think that about wraps it up for this video. If you believe I missed something important, please let me know down below, and if you have any feedback, as this is my first time making this type of video, please leave a comment and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching.